News Review from BBC Learning English.
Hello and welcome to News Review, the program where we show you how to use the language from the latest news stories in your everyday English. I'm Dan, and joining me today is Catherine. Hi, Catherine.
Hello, Dan. Hello, everyone.
So what's our story today?
Today we're talking about the cost of climate change.
Okay, let's hear more from this BBC World Service News report.
A study of how the world can adapt to climate change says the richest countries must invest billions of dollars to safeguard livelihoods, coastal cities, food and water supplies. The analysis has called for investment in early warning systems for storms and high tides and climate-resilient urban infrastructure.
So, a study by the Global Commission on Adaptation, that consists of 34 leaders in politics, science and business. Now, they analysed the world in terms of climate change. They want to find out how to make the world more climate change resilient. Their recommendations, they say, will cost $1.8 trillion, and this has to come mostly from the rich countries. The benefit will be around about, they say, $7 trillion.
Okay, we've got 3 words and expressions that our viewers can use to talk about this story. What have we got for them, Catherine?
Yes, we have adapt, gravely and pay off.
Adapt, gravely and pay off. Okay, can we have our first headline then?
We can. Let's go to BBC News. The headline is Climate Change, Invest $1.8 trillion to adapt.
Adapt, change to fit the situation. Very nice word.
It's a very nice word, A-D-A-P-T. It's a verb. The noun form is adaptation and the adjective is adaptable.
So that would be able for can. So adaptable would be can adapt.
Yes, able to adapt.
Very nice.
And looking at the meaning, if you adapt to something, you make a change in order to fit a situation that has also changed. So it's based on the circumstances. If you think about when you go on holiday or if you go to another town or city, everything's a little bit different, isn't it? The people are different, the food's different, maybe the
weather,
price, where the shops are, everything's different. And you have to kind of change the way you are. If you have to start eating different food, if you go to somewhere very hot, you have to drink a little bit more often. You might have to change your clothing if you go somewhere very cold. So you're changing because of a change in the situation around you. In other words, you are adapting to your circumstances to make it more comfortable, more easy, more survivable.
Okay, and this is something that obviously, I mean, if you believe in the theory of evolution, this is something that species do, isn't it? They adapt.
Absolutely. The saying you get when it comes to evolution is adapt or die. So the theory of evolution says that animals adapted, they changed physically what they ate, the way they looked, the way their bodies perform because of the circumstances around them changing. So when countries get hotter, animals change, maybe less fur or they start eating different things. In cold countries, you have polar bears and they're white because there's snow everywhere. They've changed to suit their situation.
So they have adapted
adapted
their situation.
Good preposition there. You adapt to things.
And obviously these adaptations that we're talking about, they're quite physical, but can we as humans, can we adapt our behaviour?
You can adapt your behaviour, yes, absolutely. So if you start a new job, you might, you've got to get used to lots of different things that are happening. Now, get used to means learn to tolerate. You just accept it. You accept that things are different. But adapting is about changing your behaviour or changing the things that you do so that you're able to function effectively in that particular situation.
It's kind of an active and passive difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Something, you kind of let it happen, but you don't mind it too much.
Yeah.
But if you adapt, then you succeed. You strive.
You do things differently in order to succeed, yes.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Right, let's move on to our second headline then, please.
Okay, we're looking at The Guardian now. World gravely unprepared for effects of climate crisis report.
Gravely, very seriously. Okay, so I'm familiar with the word grave, which is a noun, and that's a hole where we put a dead body and bury it.
Yeah.
Is this anything to do with that?
No, it isn't. No.
Whoops.
It's not. It might help you remember, but it's not a related word. So gravely, gravely, means very serious. And we're talking super, super serious here. We can use gravely to modify adjectives.
So it's an adverb then.
It's an adverb, yeah.
Okay.
If we put it in front of the word ill, we have gravely ill, and that means very seriously ill, probably in terms of likely to die. You can be gravely wounded, and again, this means that death is probable if you're gravely wounded.
Okay.
We can also use it as an adverb of manner to talk about the way you do things. So you can nod gravely, move your head. Dan, demonstrate, please. Nod gravely. More gravely. You can speak gravely about something. So if you're giving a serious talk about a particular situation, like really serious, you can speak gravely, probably with a slow voice, serious face. You speak very gravely.
Especially on the topic of climate change.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, I see.
People can suffer gravely. And we have a lovely fixed phrase with the word grave, grave.
That's the adjective, right?
That's the adjective,
Grave.
yes. And you can be in grave danger of something.
Okay, so obviously like in great danger, very serious danger.
Yes. So if you're in grave danger of something, it means that something really bad is likely to happen. So a country can be in grave danger of famine, and you can be in grave danger of collapse, a building, for example.
The world is in grave danger from destruction as a result of climate change.
Yes, in grave danger of destruction.
Ah, very nice. Thank you for the correction. Let's move on to our third and final headline. But before we do, this is not the only effort that people are making to combat climate change. And we actually have many reports in one of our programs, Lingo Hack, of the efforts that people are making to do something about the changing environment. Isn't that right, Catherine?
It is right. So for more vocabulary about climate change, click the link down there and you'll go to Lingo Hack.
Thanks a lot. Right, let's have a look at our third and final headline then.
Okay, we're going to the Washington Post now. Experts say adapting to climate change can pay off manifold.
Pay off, succeed, and bring benefits. Now, I see two little words there. Is this a phrasal verb?
It is a phrasal verb.
Phrasal
First
verb.
word P-A-Y, second word O-F-F. Pay off. If something pays off, it succeeds and it brings benefit. Now, the idea of payoff also has the idea of effort or cost or expense. So you're doing something which is difficult, expensive, you don't like it. Imagine you're revising for an exam, Dan.
So many hours invested into my exam.
Yeah. At home, miserable, bored.
Everybody's running around playing frisbee. I'm not allowed.
You're missing your friends. You've got to revise. But then the exam comes, the results come, and you got a grade A.
Woohoo! All that time that I invested into my exam totally paid off.
Paid off because that work gave you the result that you wanted, a good result, a positive result.
Okay.
So in the context of this story, they're saying that the work now to prevent or mitigate climate change will have a benefit in the future. It will pay off.
It was 1.8 trillion in investment for a near 7 trillion payout. So that's totally worth it. Yeah. Okay. And of course, my teaching qualification.
Yes.
Long time ago, I took a teaching qualification just out of university, had no idea what I wanted to do, and I decided, you know what, I'll learn how to teach English. And I went off and did. And
here you are.
10 years later, here I am on BBC Learning English. It pays off.
It pays off.
Very nice. Good. But we're talking about situations, aren't we?
Yes.
Because if we talk about paying off people, then it's different.
It's very different. If you pay off a person or you pay a person off, you give them money to not talk about something bad you did.
Ah, okay. So we're talking like corruption, illegality, that kind of thing.
Yes. So don't confuse the two, people.
Right. Enough said about that. Thank you very much. Now, Catherine, could you recap the vocabulary, please?
I can. We had adapt change to fit the situation, gravely, very seriously, and pay off, succeed and bring benefit.
Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to test yourself on any of this vocabulary, there is a quiz that you can take on our website. That's bbclearningenglish.com. I promise you it's worth the time. It will definitely pay off. We're also all over social media, so find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And of course, we have an app that's free to download and free to use, so you can study English with us on the go and take us with you wherever you are. Thank you very much for joining us, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
News review from BBC Learning English.
Hi everyone, we hope you enjoyed that video and thank you very much for watching. We have so many more just like it, so if you don't want to miss a single one, make sure to subscribe and we will see you regularly. Hope to see you soon. Bye guys.